right, we are back, and it is the big game week here. Before we get into anything with the big games or what's going on, we got to go back and do a little housekeeping. So, unfortunately, we've got our trophies here.
Yep.
That Ken won the regular season, so he's excited.
And guess what? I get to take them both home.
And he gets to take them both because the smarter Dilger was the better-looking one. His son was actually the only one to go perfect. So he won our guest picker. So congratulations, buddy. More importantly, last week's winner, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, the Bills-Chiefs game was Linda Leverage. And she actually had it. 3-point Kansas City win. Was 1 point off on the total score. So she's a savant.
Legendary Linda Leverage.
That's another great game.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, but it brings us to Super Bowl week, right? So you've been a part of Super Bowl weekend and, all the theatrics and the media. So I think this is probably, this is media row right now in Bailey and Wood fashion. So we've got, what better way to, from when you bring in the biggest game, we and Ken were talking, it was like, who should you bring in, to talk the big game, right? Captain Sport himself, Big Swifty.
Somebody doesn't know anything about
Big
it.
Swifty. He knows.
Easy, Kenny.
He knows in. We've got Grant Sweater. He's all excited.
Well, that's
He's
what Mike
about to
said.
see
That's
all
why
the
you're
Swifty.
on.
Right.
So he's in for the Swifties. Show him your bracelets, Grant. He's ready.
Ken brought his Super Bowl ring. Show him, Ken.
Right there.
I brought my Swifty bracelets today.
So, I mean,
Glad to be here.
he's Team Swifty and Team Sport overall. So
Team
we're
Sport.
glad that Grant's here. He's got a new look. He's sporting. He can see now.
I can see now.
So he's very excited. So who knows what's going to come out today with
I'm excited.
the analysts.
Let's shake it off. Let's get this started.
Hopefully there's no bad blood. You're getting to start off. Here we go. So, yeah, there we go. But, all right. So, obviously, we've got the Chiefs. The big story is going for the three-peat, Ken.
Yeah.
Never been done before.
Rematch of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a 3-point game.
It's a 3-point great game. Jalen Hurts played great, and you've got the MVP, one of the finalists in Saquon.
So I think the biggest thing is, does the nation want Kansas City to three-peat?
Or do they
want the Philly fans to kind of take over New Orleans? So I think
there's hatred on both sides, right?
Huh?
I would say there's a lot of hatred.
I think
on both sides.
90% of the country hates Kansas City for going for a three-peat. They hate what Tay has brought to the NFL and Kelsey brothers.
Easy
and
bit.
the Kelsey brothers. I mean, we're kind of tired of them, but I think the other 90% hates Philadelphia for what they stand for. I mean, it's just the raging Italian of Nick Sirianni on the sideline and his cronies. So it's just
Well, and you got the guy, the whole drama that got
the big handler.
Yeah, the
he
big
looks like
hand.
you.
Yeah. What? Man.
Bald and about 6'5". Your mini version, but
wish
I
I
think
was
it's going to be a
6'5",
great game.
yeah.
I think you got talented people on both sides of the ball, so it's going to be fun.
So is there anything, because I think everybody's different, right? So like I don't know, when you played with Tampa in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
did you partake? Like, did you guys go down early and partake in everything that the Super Bowl? Because like some of it, they could think it's distractions, right?
Yeah. So when we went in 2002, we beat Philadelphia on a Sunday night game, flew back to Tampa, did the Super Bowl trophy around the stadium with all our fans, and then we flew out to San Diego that next morning. We didn't have a week off in between.
Oh, okay.
So we went out there, and as an NFC, we were up in Del Mar at the hotel, I think the Hyatt right there by the golf course, and University of San Diego, where Harbaugh was coaching right before that. And so we were totally away from the downtown, was it the Gaslamp district of San Diego, and the Raiders had the San Diego Chargers practice facility. So we were totally out. So none of our guys went downtown on a nightly basis out and about. And so we were totally far away from all the distractions of Super Bowl week. Yeah, we had the Tuesday press conferences in the big hotel lobby area, but we were totally out away from all the distractions.
What was the best part of it? Was there one thing that you look back and you're like maybe you can't say? Best part of Super Bowl week, outside of obviously winning. And
obviously winning, but you're there for a reason, and you go there and you do all the pictures and all the team uniforms and go into all these little events. But afterwards, all of the celebration is on the field.
Yeah.
You've got all of this confetti coming down. You've got the trophy presentation on the field. And, my wife took a picture of me holding the Super Bowl trophy and the score in the background. And that was on the roll camera. It wasn't a digital camera. So we didn't really know what we had until we got it developed. So I've signed probably hundreds of those pictures for my family and friends and whatever, but it was just a great experience.
I got to say, Ben, holding that Stanley Cup had to be an amazing experience,
The
right?
Stanley Cup was about 5 feet tall,
Sure.
and the Lombardi Trophy is about 2 feet tall, and it weighs about 2 ounces because
Grant's
it's all
already
over.
hitting home runs. He's already. So obviously, Grant is a master of sport as in general. So he's that's why he's here this week. So, all right, let's get to it. So, all right, if you're watching, you're going to comment below. You're going to give us your final score of who's going to win the Super Bowl and the actual score. Whoever gets closest gets the last grand prize. We're upping it this week for the Super Bowl. $200. We're taking it right out of Ken's pocket, and we're going to give a lucky winner $200.
$200.
He didn't know. We're going to up it. It's the big game. We got to up it a little bit.
All right.
So we got to up a little bit. So, Grant, we're going to start with you, obviously, as a guest picker. So you got KC going for the three-peat.
Sure.
You got Philly. You mean cheesesteaks?
Well,
barbecue versus cheesesteaks.
Taylor's not playing. Just remember that.
Yeah, Taylor's
which
only
is a disappointment, if I'm being honest. I'd like to see the three-peat, personally. It's never been done before. I think that's pretty cool. And I don't know. Lynn, what do you think?
Lynn Swan?
Well, I mean, you got to pick the final
You gotta
score.
pick the final
the
score.
final
Come on.
score.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So how many innings do you think it's going to go? Stuff like that.
Well, there's going to be a lot of field goals caught this game, I feel like. So I'm going to throw out it's going to be high offense. I'm going to throw out 36 to 28 Kansas City.
All right.
Wow.
36,
Okay.
28 KC.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think both defenses are playing well. I mean, you got both quarterbacks playing well. Saquon Barkley had such a great season. How can he stop in the Super Bowl? So I am going Philadelphia to stop the three-peat in New Orleans. I think Saquon Barkley is going to be the NFL or the Super Bowl MVP. And I'm going Philadelphia 27-25.
Close game.
27-25.
Yeah.
I actually am really excited about it because I think it's so evenly matched up. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl.
It is. Everybody's healthy.
I think everybody's healthy. I think the most important matchup for me the whole game is going to be KC's D-line, which is dominant, against Philly's offensive line, which may be the best in football.
In the NFL.
But if Barkley runs, I think if Barkley is anywhere near the MVP conversation for the Super Bowl, then that means the Eagles are winning.
True.
And I part of me wants to see the three-peat because it hasn't done, and I like the fact we're not talking about the Patriots. Being a Dolphins fan, anything outside of them, I really don't care. But there is something. I'm with you. I think that Philly there's something there with Philly. I think the ruggedness. I think of them losing the last game. There's a chip on their shoulder. I think there's something special around Saquon. And the Chiefs, when they beat the Bills, I think that was impressive. That was that part of it. But they continue to barely get by people.
Yeah.
And I think eventually that's going to catch up with you. I don't like Sirianni at all. I would rather have Andy Reid have it.
True.
But, however, I love Saquon Barkley. I like what it is. So I am going to go Philly 31, KC 27. I'm going to take the Eagles. I'm going to say the Eagles are going to squeak it out, which means that he's going to win, right?
Yeah, of
you
course.
Do realize
I think
that,
Philadelphia's
really any given Sunday, Tim. You know what I'm saying? You got to play with the cards that you're dealt. And 12th man's going to have to show up.
Yeah, true. I think Philadelphia's ability to get the first down on the tush push is going to be the big factor.
I love that.
If Buffalo would have gotten that first down that they didn't call on that 4th and 1, they would have won that game.
So go ahead. You believe it was first down?
I did. Yeah, even the announcer said it was a first down.
It was. Yeah, I could. Yeah, it was right there. But I don't like Buffalo, and so I am swimming in Buffalo tears, as you know.
Yeah,
I do appreciate that. So, just for the record, since we picked the same in the playoff, we both have the Eagles. I won the playoffs, even though there's no trophy. I just want you to know when it counted the most.
You got to go over 18 weeks.
In the crunch time in the playoffs, I outperformed Ken.
But you know what? This is the second trophy I took from Mike.
Here we go.
I got the GOAT trophy from this summer's cornhole event. Yeah. So, Mike, I think you got to kiss my ring. I really do. You got to kiss my ring.
I'm not kidding.
Come on.
Tay will
come
do
on.
it for sure.
I'm going to second Lenny over here.
Will do it.
So, you know what?
Props to you.
I am going to take this home, sit next to my other trophy, and take a picture and post it online.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So, anyways, congratulations to Ken. More congratulations to Little Dilger because Little Dilger went perfect. So, kudos to him. He gets his trophy. And, of course, we thank Mr. Swifty Grant for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And so, where are you watching the World Series at?
Well, we're going to watch it from the the living room, but we're going to have the surround sound on and a little Tay-Tay playing in the background. You
look
got to
at
have
that.
it.
Wow.
You're feeling the
Little
vibes.
background
like, every
music,
time,
you know.
every
And
time.
I think Aaron will be happy with that. So.
All right. So, anyways, obviously Tay-Tay's excited for he's got the Chiefs. Me and Ken got the Eagles. We'll see who's right. Once again, last time the chance to win $200 of Ken's money. It's his. So come take it. Write in the comment section your final score of who's going to win the Super Bowl. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you there. It's a big game this Sunday. See you guys then.